Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm Teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we're going to be looking at comparative and superlative adjectives. Once we nail down the rules, and they're pretty simple and straightforward, once we've got that nailed down, we're going to continue on and try to play a little game similar to 20 questions, but we're going to give clues using comparative and superlative adjectives in our clues. Okay, hello, Heidi.
Hello. Nice.
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
As always. Okay. We're going to look at comparatives and superlatives here, and the rules are actually fairly simple. Okay, let's do a simple exercise and then talk about the rules, actually. Okay, comparatives. For example, in this sentence, okay, Heidi, go ahead, read the sentence. What is the comparative adjective structure? Read the whole sentence first.
This is a more difficult sport than rugby.
Okay, and the comparative adjective is?
Difficult, more difficult.
More difficult, including more. That's right. All right, very simple. When an adjective has more than one syllable or one vowel sound, then we're going to.
If you describe me, you can't say beautifuler, more beautiful than others.
Exactly. You can't say difficulter. Exactly. Tennis is difficulter. Exactly correct. So when you use adjectives with more than one syllable, we have to use more, or we can also use less in a comparative. Right now we're looking at comparatives. Okay, others have joined us. Hello, Max.
Hello again.
Hello again. Max, second sentence. Go ahead and read it for me. Yeah.
I think John is happier now than a year ago.
All right, and the comparative is?
Happier.
Happier. Now, I just said.
Happier.
Happier. Now, I just said, now I'm going to contradict myself. I just said that when adjectives have more than one syllable, we use more or less, and then the adjective. How come happy has two syllables? How come I have happier, Max? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. It's because happy ends with a Y. Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. So adjectives that end with a Y, we also use the ER at the end to say they're more happy. Okay. Notice we do change the spelling. Instead of Y, we have IER. We don't, not just ER, but IER is the suffix we add to comparative adjectives that end with Y. Whenever they end with Y, it doesn't matter how many syllables. Yes?
I have a question about easy. I hear a lot of native speakers saying sometimes more easy, and on other occasions saying easier. As a rule in grammar, I can only say easier. So why do I hear a lot of people using both? Is it wrong? Is it wrong?
Technically speaking, it is wrong. And here's one of, you've nailed it. All right. You've nailed the primary question, and that is, can I say John is more happy now than a year ago? Is John happier? Technically, grammatically, I need to say happier. You're exactly right. You will definitely hear many native speakers say more happy. Absolutely. It is one of those things where, while not grammatically correct, native speakers do it all the time. You're absolutely correct. Just like saying, going to Starbucks and saying, I'd like to order a latte. That's totally wrong. Latte is an uncountable noun. I can't use an article a with an uncountable noun, but we do it all the time. Basically, you have to understand native speakers couldn't care less about grammar. Nobody thinks about grammar, and we just don't really care about it. And this is a grammar rule that's often ignored, frankly. You're absolutely correct. Now, the problem is I often hear non-native speakers say more happier. This is wrong because this is totally redundant. You're just repeating. It's like saying more happy. So if you say more happy, well, no one's gonna say that's not right. No one's gonna even notice in reality. Absolutely, they probably would not even notice, but if you say more and then an ER structure, people are going to notice, and they're going to give you a weird look because it seems strange. Ali.
Hi.
Hi again. Hi there. Could you read this next sentence?
Could you open the window, please? It's getting hotter in this room by the minute.
Okay, and the comparative in these two
Hotter.
hotter. Right. Okay.
Hotter.
Hot, of course, one syllable adjective. We're just simply going to add ER, but not so simple because notice we add a double T.
Double T. Yep.
Why do we do that? Well, because if we didn't do that, it would look like this. It would look like hoter. And then generally in English, when we have a vowel followed by a consonant with E at the end, it means that this vowel is going to be a long sound. So I would, if I saw this, I would say hoter instead of hotter. I would say hoter. This is just a normal spelling rule. So to avoid this, to avoid making it seem like the O should be a long sound, we double the T. So now it becomes obvious that this is a short sound. When we have a vowel followed by double consonants, it's a short sound. Middle. It's not middle, it's middle. Ladder. Okay. Same thing. It's not later, it's ladder. Short sounds precede double consonants. So it helps us recognize that. All right, let's quickly buzz through some and talk about what the comparative would be. Actually, let's go through these and instead of yeah, okay, sure, all right. Well, we can do this fast. All right, what is the comparative, Moam?
More interesting because it has more than one vowel, one syllable.
One syllable. That's right. More interesting. How about weak? Heidi?
Weaker.
Weaker, of course. One syllable, so we just add ER. Max, funny?
Funnier. I don't know.
And how do I, no, you're right, but how do I spell it?
Double N, I-E-R.
That's it. You got it. Okay. Simple enough. Ali, important.
More important.
That's it.
But I have a question.
Yes.
What's the logic behind to use more or less important?
Could be less important too.
Yeah.
What's the logic?
Right.
Why am I going to use it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 meetings at the same time, but the second meeting is more important than the first one, so I'm going to skip the first meeting. Okay, to compare, and that's why we say comparative.
Okay.
We're using it to compare things, and okay, it's. I think New York is a more interesting city than Baltimore.
Okay.
Often we're going to see comparatives used with than if we're comparing really 2 things specifically. We don't have to. It's getting hotter in this room by the minute, meaning hotter than it was earlier. So we don't have to state it, but we are comparing in all of these. John is happier now than a year ago. Okay, well that's obvious. A year ago. Okay, and the first example, than rugby. So, okay. All right. Heidi. Sorry, Moham. Again, back to you. Careful.
More careful. More or less careful.
More or less. More or less. More careful. Okay, I'm not gonna type less every time, but all right. Heidi, big.
Bigger.
And the spelling?
Bigger.
That's it. Thank you. Because we don't want to say Biger. Max, small.
Smaller.
Okay. Smaller.
Double L.
Double L. ER. That's it. Very simple, straightforward. Ali, polluted.
More polluted.
More polluted.
Or less polluted.
Yeah, could be. Moham, boring.
More boring.
More boring. All right. Well, this is pretty simple. All right. Angry, Heidi.
Angrier.
Very good. And again, using the IER ending. Okay, Max. How about good?
I think more well. No. Good. Best.
Well, that's superlative.
More good.
More good.
More good.
Yeah, we can't say more good. Not best.
We can? Okay.
We can't.
More
We can't.
good.
We cannot say more good. That really sounds weird. There's a case now. Okay, easy, more easy, easier, more easy. That would be common. You're never going to hear more good. Never. That would sound very odd.
But gooder, I don't know. It's
gooder sounds totally weird.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Anybody?
Very good.
Better.
Oh yeah.
Better.
Better. Better.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a better answer, Heidi.
Even well. Good and well, both better.
Okay, that's right. Even well. He does it well. He does it more well. That's absolutely correct. We would also use better for well as well. Okay, right. Better. Now, definitely you're not going to hear more good. And how about bad? Ali?
Sorry.
Okay. This president is even badder than the last president. No. He's even, okay? All right, throwing it open to the class.
Worst.
Worse.
Of course.
Worst. Oh, yep, yep.
Now, just like in English, we have irregular verbs. Okay, run, ran, swim, swam. All right, we have irregular verbs. We cannot add our regular ed to some past tense verbs, so they are called irregular. Okay, we also, these are called irregular. Irregular comparatives or irregular adjectives, because we're not just simply, we're changing the whole spelling, changing the whole word. These are, luckily, in English, there's only really two irregular adjectives. We only have to worry about good and bad, or good, well, and bad. Okay. Let's look at superlatives. Now we use comparatives to compare two or more things. It could be more than two, but at least two things. Superlatives, we're doing something, well, let's just learn by doing here. Moham, we're going to read the first sentence.
Okay. New York has got to be the most exciting city in the world.
All right. Okay, and what is the superlative structure here?
The most exciting city, the most.
Most exciting. The superlative adjective. Exciting is the adjective. So, most exciting. Okay, that's it. In the world. Okay, notice when we have a superlative, I have to say the, because it has been defined. It's the definitive article, because it has been defined as being one of a group, but this specific exact one. Which one? The most exciting one. All right, so it's going to be very common to see the in front of a superlative structure, but not necessarily every time. Again, it's the same rule. Exciting has more than one syllable. It does not end with a Y, so we use most or least. Most or least. Okay, next one. Ali, can you read this one?
His biggest desire is to return home.
Okay, I don't need to say the because I have a possessive pronoun as a demonstrative here, show whose or what it is. So I have his, so I don't need the. But okay, the superlative, Ali, is
Biggest.
yeah, clearly. All right, once again, I'm doubling up the consonant sound because I don't want to say the biggest. All right, biggest. Okay, and we add est is the common suffix for one syllable, all one syllable adjectives, except the irregular adjectives, of course. Except for adjectives that end with Y. Heidi?
She's probably the angriest person I know.
All right. And the superlative, of course, is?
The angriest.
The angriest. Once again, instead of a Y, we have our est ending, but with an I. So angrier, angriest. Okay, even though it's not one syllable, it ends with a Y, so we do a little shift with the spelling, but we still use est. That's it. Basically, same thing as the comparatives. The expletives are used basically the same way. So, all right, zipping through again. Max, interesting. Superlative.
The most interesting.
That's it. Okay. Or
Okay.
again, it could be least. Yes.
Could you explain briefly what different his biggest dessert? Yeah, biggest dessert returns home. What difference is between his biggest dessert is to return home and his biggest dessert returns home?
His okay.
That doesn't make sense.
No. If you get rid of the is to, then that means it's not his desire. The desire actually returns home, which is weird.
Okay.
Okay. So that is just not going to work. Yeah. It's just not going to not going to work at all.
What about replacing the to verb formula with gerund, like is returning home?
Yeah, even that's weird. Whoops.
What if it was in the past? His biggest desire was returning home before the finals.
Okay. Well, now that may make sense. His biggest desire was returning home. Okay, now you're actually you're giving me a time statement as well. His biggest desire was returning home. Okay, here's the noun, was returning. Yeah, I don't. Even this seems weird to me, because you're talking about his emotion or his thought, which makes this kind of a stative verb, right? This is his state of being. So to say his state of being was returning is odd. We can't use stative verbs with continuous tense, like saying I was loving my first girlfriend for 3 years doesn't make sense. I loved my first girlfriend for 3 years. Okay, that makes sense. It's a state. So I think the concept of his desire is his emotional state. So I don't think it's going to work. It's just not going to work. I need to.
Got it.
Okay, that is a lot better. That's a totally different problem. Stative versus dynamic verbs. Actually, we'll be looking at that tomorrow when we go back into looking at simple verb tenses, because that's something we didn't get to today in the class a couple classes ago, but we are going to be talking about that in a class tomorrow that I have on past simple, as a matter of fact.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, now who was I? Where was I? Ali. Comparative. Sorry, superlative. Weak.
Weakest.
Indeed. All right, that's it. Very good. Same idea. Moham. Funny.
Funniest.
Sure. Spelling it.
N-N-I-S-T.
I-E-S-T. Don't forget the E.
Yeah.
Funniest. Okay, it was the funniest movie I ever saw. All right, that's it. Heidi, important.
The most important.
Okay. Or again. It could be least important. Okay. Max, careful.
Most careful.
All right, simple. Okay. All right. Ali.
Yeah. Biggest.
All right, spelling it.
B-I-G-G-E-S-T.
That's it. Got it. Very simple. Moam, small.
Smallest.
Of course. Heidi, polluted.
The most polluted.
Right. And thank you. Yeah. The would be very common. They're almost mandatory sometimes with because I can't put a possessive there. Oh, no, I could. Its most polluted city is Beijing. Sure, I could. Max. Boring.
Most boring.
Okay. All right. We got it. Ali, angry.
Angriest.
Okay.
Angriest.
There it is. Very good. And then, of course, with our irregular verbs, Moam, best. Yep. Best. And Heidi, bad would be
Worst.
worst. Do your worst. That's it. Very simple. Okay. All right. Now we're going to actually do a little game here. I don't know how, this is kind of new, a little experiment. Let me experiment on you guys. Okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take turns. I'll go first, and I'm going to explain something. Oh, there's two ways I could do this. Okay. Well, I guess it's easier for the lesson to just have, I will explain things. I will give you one clue at a time. I'm going to pick a normal object, which is here in my office, something very normal, okay, not an engine part for a rocket ship or anything crazy, but something very normal, everyday object, a thing. And I'm going to describe it to you using comparatives and superlatives. After I describe it, I'm going to go around the class and give everyone a guess. What is this thing? So your first couple guesses, of course, you're just wildly guessing, but as I add more and more information, you should be able to, hopefully, if this works out, you should be able to figure it out. Okay, my first clue. Okay, now let me say, your first clue. It is longer than my finger. What is it? Of course, it's a wild guess. Something everyday object, normal here in my house. Okay, Max, take a guess.
Your which of your fingers?
this one. It's longer than my finger. Okay.
How you name the piece of metal this you measure by this something like?
A ruler?
Yeah, ruler. It's like stretch, but it's okay, a ruler.
A ruler is like one flat piece of wood. Then of course you have a tape measure, which there's two kinds, like cloth you pull out, and then a device like builders use. They pull it out, and it has a little hook. You can hook it on something.
Another
Tape
measurement. Another measurement. Things. No flexible.
Not flexible. Another one. I don't know what you guys call it, but of course, as an American, we talk about measuring in inches, feet, and yards. So a common one,
Yardstick, okay.
a yardstick, would be extremely common for an American to say. Do you
Okay, my guess,
actually
yardstick.
a yardstick? No, good guess though. Actually, that brings up a question. You can educate me now. Is there such a thing as a meter stick? Is that a normal
No.
device? No? Really?
We call meter without stick when
Okay. This,
like ruler,
okay.
ruler.
All
But
right.
yardstick it would be линейка.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. So there's no, okay, there's no ruler that's always a meter long. Most rulers are 1 foot, like for students. It's usually 1 foot, 12 inches. That's normal. Doesn't have to be, but that's normal. But a yardstick is 1 yard, 36 inches, 3 feet is 1 yard. No, there's no meter stick? Okay. All right. Okay, no, it's not a yardstick. It's longer than my finger. Ollie, any wild guesses?
Your leg?
Your leg. No, it's not my leg. Heidi, any wild guesses? My leg.
I don't know what program.
Okay. Well, it's impossible to guess, so you only got my first clue. All right, it's longer than my finger.
Longer than your finger.
Yes.
Only
Right.
one. Only one hint.
Only one hint, but I'm going to give you another hint right now after you guess. You guys are going to keep guessing, and hopefully by guessing you'll also eliminate possible answers. You're never going to guess it the first 2 or 3, but 4 or 5, probably. No. Okay, Mulham, you're there. Tape? No. Mulham, are you there? Okay. I don't know. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, I'm here, but there's an issue. Something's wrong with my PC. Okay, it's all good, I guess, right now. Yeah, Kali. Sorry for that.
Okay, no problem. Okay. All right. Can you guess what it is? Something in my office. It's longer than my finger. We had a yardstick at my leg.
Is it smaller than your leg?
Okay. Well, all right. Great. All right. Okay, let's change it. Rather than me give one clue at a time, all right, let's do it this way. Let's have you guys ask me a question using a comparative. All right, maybe that would be better. All right, you guys would have more practice that way. All right, is it smaller than my leg? Yes, it is. Okay, maybe that's a better way to do it. 20 questions, kind of like 20 questions, but I'm changing the rules in the middle of the game, but using comparatives or superlatives, if you want. Yes, it's smaller than my leg. So all you know so far is it's longer than my finger, but smaller than my leg. Okay, I'm out of order here, but Heidi.
Is it thicker than your finger?
No, it is thinner than my finger.
Pencil.
Well, you know. Okay. Yes, it is a pencil. You're absolutely correct. Okay. That.
But Oakley, you said it's outside of your room. I was going to guess that.
I said it's inside my room. It's here in my office.
Okay.
Okay, Heidi, you got it. All right, Heidi. All right. Your turn. Pick an item, and we'll try to ask questions. Try to ask questions only using comparatives or superlatives. So, you have an item, Heidi?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is heavier than ball pen.
It's heavier than a ball pen.
Mm.
It's a brick. Okay, I changed the rules. My apologies, but we're all going to ask you questions so we all get practice using comparatives and superlatives. But that's okay. You gave the first clue. All right. It's heavier than a ball pen. You can guess. Okay, here, new rule. I'm making this up as I go along. You can guess when it's your turn. Take a guess, a wild guess, and then ask a question. And then the next person can guess and then ask a question. So Max, it's heavier than, what's it heavier than?
I
ball
didn't
pen?
get it.
Heavier
Heidi?
than ball pen. On my table just now.
Okay, it's heavier than a ball pen. All right. Max, do you have any wild guesses?
What does it mean, ball pen? I don't know, sorry.
Ball pointed pen.
This.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Pen.
actually, yeah, a pen. Yeah. For Americans, we would just say here, well, this is a pen. But everywhere in Asia, every Asian I've ever talked to calls it a ball pen. I don't know why, but yeah. It is a ball
Yeah,
pen.
there's a good reason behind that name, by the way.
There is? Okay.
Yeah, because it has a ball and it revolves, and that's the way the ink
In
it
the
goes
end.
out. Yeah.
Right. I know. It is there's ball pens and felt pens and there's different types, but okay. Anyway, it's heavier. It's heavier than a ball pen. Max, you have a wild guess? It's heavier than a pen.
Does it... Sorry, is it a cup of tea? I don't know.
Excellent guess. Heidi, is it a cup of tea?
No.
Okay. Now, Max, ask a question using comparative or superlative.
Okay. That is heavier than cup of tea. Couple of tea.
A cup of tea.
A cup of tea.
If tea is inside, yes, lighter than a cup of tea, mug cup of tea.
Interesting. If the tea is inside, then it is lighter than a cup of tea.
Is it empty cup?
Wait a minute. She specified if the teacup is full. Ali, you have any wild guesses?
Is it your cell phone?
Good wild guess.
No.
No. All right, Ali, ask a question with a comparative or a superlative.
Is it bigger in size than your cell phone?
Yeah, bigger than cell phone.
Okay. It's bigger than a cell phone. Moham.
Is it the mouse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
Is it?
Got it. The mouse.
Is that
I know.
right? Oh no, it's not the mouse. I thought he had it. Okay, Moham, try asking a question with a comparative or superlative.
It's okay. It's heavier than a mouse.
Yeah,
It's heavier than a mouse. Okay.
much heavier.
Much heavier. Okay. Well, mouse isn't that heavy. Okay. All right. Wait. My turn. Is it a book?
Notebook.
Not a book.
No.
It's not a book. Okay. Is it more expensive than... Is it more expensive than a cell phone?
Depend.
Ooh. Okay. It depends,
Yeah,
right?
iPhone is more expensive than this one.
Ah, okay. All right, very good. Max, your wild guess?
I don't know.
It's a pile of money. It's a pile of money sitting on Heidi's desk.
Pass me, please. I don't know.
No, okay. Ali,
Yeah, I was
first
waiting.
wild guess, and then you can ask your question.
I think it's wallet.
Ooh, is it a wallet? Heidi?
I know it.
Not a wallet. Okay.
Ah.
Ali, try to come up with a question using comparative or superlative.
Mm, Um, is it bigger in size compared to keyboard?
Smaller than keyboard.
Okay.
Okay, smaller than a keyboard. Mulham, any wild guesses?
Is it more modern than a laptop or a cell phone?
More?
More what?
More modern. Yeah. Is it like
Modern?
newer? Modern. Yeah. Is it newer? Is it an electronic device? I can't I can't guess.
More modern?
Modern.
Is that the question?
Yeah. Is it more modern than a cell phone?
Maybe similar.
Similar. Okay.
Similar.
What's more modern than a cell phone? A laser gun? That's my guess. Heidi has a laser gun on her desk. No, it's not a laser gun. Okay. Okay. Is it more useful than a cell phone?
For me, yes.
For you, it is more useful than a cell phone. Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Very good. Max? Ooh, I have an idea.
The machine with, I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of robot. Robot. I don't
Robot? Robot. Robot.
Robot.
Is it a robot, Heidi?
The small robot in the table. On the table.
Heidi, do you have a small robot on your desk?
No.
No. Okay. Good guess. Try a question.
Question.
Yeah, with a comparative or superlative.
That is more helpful for learning new language or
Yes.
for what?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, not just yes, but yes. Oh, it is more helpful. That was a good one. Good question. It is more helpful. Is it more helpful for learning English? Excellent question. Ali, we are getting
Yeah.
close. Yeah. Do you have a wild guess? You want to make your guess now?
Speaker.
Speaker?
No.
No, not a speaker.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I have multiple guess?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No,
Okay.
you have to ask your comparative or superlative questions.
Um, is it more expensive compared to your Wi-Fi or wireless router?
Wi-Fi?
Is it more than the
More.
service or the router itself?
Yes, yes. More expensive.
Oh, okay. All right. Moham, you think you got it?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I think it's a tablet.
Not tablet, very close.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not a communication tool, so.
Okay.
It's
I
not
think
what?
I think I know what it is. Ask your question, Moham.
Um, is it more modern than a tablet?
Modern?
Is it more modern than a tablet?
More what?
Modern.
Modern.
Modern?
M-O-D-E-R-N. Modern. Yeah.
Modern.
Modern.
Yeah. Newer technology.
No.
Yes. Is it okay? That's another way to say it with a comparative. Is it newer technology? Okay, here's my wild guess. Is it an electronic dictionary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to choose another one so you guys can practice asking the questions. Okay, I've got something that's here in my office on my desk. Okay. Well, Heidi, actually, you can go first. Oh, I have to give you one clue to start, right? Okay. It's what kind of clue can I give you?
Lamp bulb.
Well, no, okay. I was just thinking of something and teaching English.
I thought you were looking at something. Lamp bulb.
Okay. No, I'm sort of. I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to do a comparative, but I'm thinking that sometimes when we compare, it's not more or less than something else. It's the same. Of course. So I was thinking of that, and when teaching you English, it might be better to also teach you while we're learning comparative and superlative the structure as adjective, as blank, something else.
As
Also
big as something like that.
Right, exactly. It's about as thick as this pencil, or it is slightly thicker than this pencil. But yeah, there's another comparative structure that we can use, so you might as well throw that out there. Heidi, it's slightly thicker than the pencil. So I guess that's
Chopsticks.
chopsticks. No. I like that guess. No, as always, I'm starving though. So, and as always, you mentioned food or something to do with food. All right. Do you have a question with comparative or superlative?
Is it longer than pencil?
Yes, it is slightly longer than a pencil. Okay, got me on that one. Max, do you have a wild guess?
I don't know.
That's correct.
What was your clue?
My first clue is that it's slightly thicker than a pencil, and then Heidi determined that it's also slightly longer than a pencil. Slightly longer and slightly thicker. Thicker, like this way.
Maybe this is a textbook, some kind of.
No.
No. Okay.
No, good guess, actually. Okay.
I have to
question.
make question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's. Is it bigger than textbook.
No, it's actually smaller than a textbook.
Okay, thank you.
A little bit. And now I can add a okay, I can add a little quantifier there. It's a little bit smaller than a textbook. Okay. Ali, you have any wild guesses?
Pen drive?
Sorry?
Pen drive? Storage device. I mean pen
Storage
drive.
device? No.
Pen drive.
Nope. Nope. Okay, now a question.
Is it lighter than your pencil?
Lighter, do you mean weight or color?
I mean, oh yeah, okay. Weight.
Weight.
Less weighter,
Less heavy.
less heavier, right?
Right. It is lighter. It is less heavy. Oh, notice that comparative. Less heavy. Okay, and here I say more or less. Notice this. Heavy has a Y ending adjective, but I can't say
Less heavier.
less heavier. I can't say that, so I have to say less heavy.
Heavy. Okay.
It's definitely less heavy than a no. The item is heavier than a pencil.
Heavier than pencil. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Heidi, any guesses?
Dumbbell?
Dumbbell?
Dumbbell.
No. I'm the only dumbbell in my office. Okay, what's your question?
Is it more useful than pencil?
No. No, it's not more practically useful. Okay, Max?
Is it your cell phone?
No, it is not my cell phone. And what's your question?
It's so hard to create question this compress.
Yeah, it's challenging.
Bigger, smaller, heavy, well, lighter.
Expensive, useful, important.
Okay. Okay.
Colors, material.
Try to use expensive. Is it more expensive than your cell phone?
Than my cell phone? No.
It's the most cheap.
It is not more expensive. It's cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. It's cheaper than my cell phone, for sure. Okay, Ali, do you have any crazy guess?
Your visiting card?
No. Plus, do remember it's on my desk.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Do you have a question?
Is it wider than your cell phone?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it is thinner than your pencil, right?
Yeah.
Or thick. Okay.
Actually, looking at my cell phone, it's about the same thickness. Oh, about the same. Well, there's another way that we
same
compare.
thickness, but dimension is different. I mean, wider
That's
than wider than your cell phone, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Can I
Mohan?
try?
Yeah.
Is it your keyboard?
No.
Is it more expensive than a book?
More expensive than a book? No, it's cheaper than a book. I have to think about that one. It depends on the book. I think it's
Does
cheaper. About the
Okay,
same.
does it cost more than $10?
That's exactly what it costs, as a matter of fact.
Is it a calendar?
It's a what?
Calendar. Calendar.
Calendar. No, no. We've only got moments left.
Oh.
Heidi, you want to take a guess?
Is it a bottle? Bottle?
A what?
Bottle for the water or juice or something.
Ah, no. It is not. I almost thought you said it. Ollie, any last guesses?
Uh,
Grabbing it now. Here it is. Got it in my hands. Any last guesses? What is something that I might have on my desk, up on my top shelf here?
For photos. For photos.
Yes. Photo of myself and my family. Merry Christmas. Aren't we
Merry
cute?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Very
Nice
cute.
picture.
Thank you very much. Yeah, a photo of my family, of course. Isn't that normal for you guys? I mean, yeah, a photo of my family. Okay. On that happy note, thank you all very much for participating, and I'll see you guys again. I'll be back in an hour.
Goodbye.
Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.